Hey friends, let's go ahead. We're gonna tap in for a celebrity tarot reading. Check out the description below for the timestamps. We are gonna take a look into an update on Cardi B, Stefon, the new boo, and Offset. We're gonna take a look into Kash Doll and Za'Darius and this whole making up, breaking up thing here. They've been going through this Mercury retrograde. We're also gonna take a look into Sha'Carri Richardson and Coleman, the little DV dispute that they had at the airport. So we're gonna start off though with Cardi B and Stefon. Okay, so we do have some slow, steady movement towards an ending here with the Death card, and someone is getting left out in the cold with this Five of Pentacles. There's a sense of rejection that someone is experiencing, feeling left out in the cold. I don't know if some of y'all have seen what seems to be like an apology tour or some shit that he's going on. I don't really think it's genuine, but hey, who am I to judge? I mean, we can ask the motherfucking cards. So is Offset genuine in his apology tour that he's on, where he's finally holding himself accountable for why Cardi B wants to divorce his ass? So is this genuine? Let's see. Four of Wands came out. So yeah, I mean, he does want to save his marriage. And it's messed up to say like someone that he committed to, that's the way that he chose to treat her, and he somehow still values this marriage, this partnership, but he does. It's weird. I'm not saying that she should go back. I actually don't think she should, because he should have valued the marriage when they were in it, and he did not. So he's definitely this is gonna be a big wake-up call for him with this Death card. This does suggest like a big change, like a end to the old way of doing things, an end to maybe an old version of oneself. Okay, there could have been something about him dragging his feet too and trying to make things right. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the tarot. Okay, so this is somebody that's taken their sweet ass time to make the changes that they need to make to put an end to maybe some of their childish, toxic ways, whatever the fuck. Like, but hey, you know, it took you a little too long to do that. I do think that Cardi, I mean, she loves him. She cares about him. She's always going to have a connection to him because they have children together. I think she's had a lot of empathy for him. He has like a lot of insecurities that he deals with, things that, you know, the general public wouldn't necessarily know about him. So, you know, of course she sees a different side, but, you know, there's still just this element of him not really honoring the relationship while he was in it. Underneath the deck, Justice. That's Cardi's energy, Libra, but also getting the courts involved, the divorce, you know, going through with that process. I don't think she's playing with his ass at this point. It doesn't seem like there's any going back to this. If there was happiness at any point, you know, maybe at one point, probably very early on, you know, when they went through maybe more of a honeymoon phase here, but the honeymoon is over. Okay, the honeymoon it's fucking over. All right, so let's see what else we got. How is Cardi feeling about the divorce right now? Okay. Ooh. Some cars flying out here. She ready for it to be over. The world. Let's wrap it up. Like, I'm sick of this motherfucker. He be getting on my nerves. He been getting on my nerves for a long ass time. Three of Wands. I'm ready to turn my back. Put some distance here between us. Sure, we're gonna co-parent because hey, we do have children together. But you know, that's all that's finna be. All right. Like, she could literally be wanting to move. So wherever he lives, she could be like, I want to go live somewhere else. Okay. We have the Ace of Rods. She's ready for a new beginning, some new dick. Okay. Which, I mean, she's getting with Stefon. I'm sure, you know, he doing what he needs to do. Okay. But, you know, not even just new dick, but just like a new passionate beginning. It feels fun. It's exciting. It's carefree. It's light-hearted. That's exactly what she needs in her life right now. You know, she don't need all the bullshit, but she's definitely ready for this new beginning. She's ready to wrap up this this marriage here. She's learned a lot of lessons here with the world, and oh shit, she's naked. I don't have the stickers on in these. My bad, YouTube. Let me cover her up. One thing we know about Cardi too, she ain't afraid to show that body, okay? So y'all know she dropped some new music here recently, her new single. So shout out to her. She be getting a lot of attention here with the world. This is someone that's on like the stage, you know, front and center, getting all of the attention, having a lot of success, accomplishment, victory, recognition here. This all looks really good for her. She's really optimistic with that Three of Wands about her future as well. Let's see what's going on with Stefon. We'll just take a little quick peek into his energy right now. What's going on with Stefon? Hermit. Did he come up as it says last time? Damn. Oh, they're naked. Okay, so the Three of Swords, it came up in the reverse. So, you know, he's been waiting for things to finalize, waiting for this breakup to finalize with his Three of Swords. This could also be something that has actually caused him a little bit of heartache as well. But, you know, maybe once things kind of get finalized, they can just be free of like this dark cloud that we see here in the Three of Swords. Here, let me show it to you. All right. So, you know, just with them being such public figures, having people in his business, he don't like that. Going back to, I think he had the Hermit. He might have showed up as that in the reading I did before. But he's very low-key, okay? Very private, all right? So this could have actually been a little difficult, challenging for him to navigate this whole situation. But we do have the Star. Okay, I gotta cover her because she's butt-ass naked here. Okay, but he does feel like there's healing that's gonna take place here. Especially with Cardi, she's, you know, showing up as the feminine here. You know, he could be wanting to help her heal, okay? It's funny because I chose the deck where I don't have my people covered up. So I think this is something that he really loves about Cardi, is like how free she is. The Star is someone who's authentic. They're just in their power, in their truth. This is who I am, take it or leave it type shit. And he could really like that about her, admire that about her. He definitely sees her as a star. He could also see her as like wish fulfillment when it comes to what he's looking for in a relationship. Also, I'm seeing him potentially rejecting maybe like third parties, like temptations with that Three of Swords there as well. I can see him like turning something down if he was like recently tempted in some ways. Like, yeah, nah, I'm straight on that. And it could have been someone that maybe like broke his heart or something in the past, and I don't know, maybe they thought he was gonna go for it, but yeah. It looks like he turned that down because he's been focusing on healing too. The Star here, the Star here. He's been focusing on just following his guiding light towards his destined person that he feels like he's supposed to be with. And yeah, they rocking. So it looks really good for them. Not so much for Offset, you know, he's coming through as his Five of Pentacles too, so he's gonna be like out some money or something when it comes to this. So I don't know what that is, if that's child support, alimony, however that works. But yeah, it does look like somebody's gonna take a bit of a financial loss there. She's gonna have some empathy for him, which is, she does love him. It does seem to be unconditional. She does care. So I feel like they'll be able to reach an agreement or an arrangement that, you know, works for him, that he ain't gonna have to, like, she could get more from him, I think, but I don't think she's even trying to do all that, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up on the update. Cardi B, Stefon Diggs, Offset, and we're gonna transition into this next celeb tarot reading. Hey friends, let's go ahead. We're gonna tap in next and see what's going on with Kash Doll and Za'Darius. Okay, so we saw them break up like last week and then get back together within the same week. So we gonna see what's going on with them, assuming like, ooh, marriage is what's going on with them. Okay. So I don't know if this was a pump fake for somebody where maybe Kash Doll was like, all right, you don't want to commit to me, woo, then fuck it, I'ma leave. And he might have like real quick been like, okay, wait, I thought she was bluffing or some shit. I don't know. Okay, but there does seem to be marriage involved here. They might even, I don't know if they're married already. Ooh, what's going on? Now, y'all know, I had just seen a video of her at her friend's wedding, and her friend basically tossed the bouquet to her. So yeah, it's definitely giving heavy marriage vibes for Kash Doll and Za'Darius. We got the Six of Cups. That could be her friend too. That's so cute. But this could also be read as revisiting a connection from the past. They wasn't even barely broke up for like, what, 24 hours before they were like back again. All right. So we have this Three of Pentacles here too. Them trying to work things out, compromise. They could also be, you know, wanting to go in on business together, go in on property, make some sort of investment here. So they could very well be thinking about a more long-term commitment with the Hierophant. We have the Nine of Pentacles. This could be Kash Doll looking good. She's very stable, secure when it comes to her finances. Like, she don't need no nigga, but hey, if you want to add to what she got going on, sure, by any means, you're welcome to do that. She's gone through a lot in her life, and to be honest, I don't really know anything about Kash Doll's story. You know, I've heard some songs. She's cool, and I just think she is just so gorgeous. But yeah, like, she might have been through a lot of shit in her life, and she carries it with grace. Maybe like some of the stuff she's gone through, you wouldn't be able to tell just like looking at her, like, damn, I didn't even know you went through all that. Okay. So yeah, she could have some kind of backstory like that, where she was forced to be strong, essentially. We have, I don't know, is someone a Leo here? We've got Leo and Taurus energy on the table. Leo coming through twice with the Sun as well. I love to see the Sun. The Sun is the most positive card in the tarot, okay? So it looks good in any reading, and looks great when it comes to a relationship, you know, even a reconciliation and kind of working things out. You know, there's healing, there's clarity, there's, you know, optimism that's restored here. Also, look, I mean, I think she has a kid, if I'm not mistaken, because we have like a child here. So, yeah. There could be some connection to a child here. I won't say pregnancy per se. I'm not seeing too much else supporting that. But there could be something significant, even just about this Leo season, with the energies coming through twice here. And we have the feminine and we have the masculine, right? Ew. I will say we do have this Two of Swords. I'm a little about this Two of Swords, because this can be not wanting to see something, in denial. We're gonna see what's up with this Two of Swords. To be a very like wishy-washy type of vibe. I don't really fuck with it too much, so we're gonna see what this is about. What is this Two of Swords about with Kash Doll and Za'Darius? What does Two of Swords represent? Okay. Okay. I'll be honest. I gotta do an honest read. He might still be on some young boy, like, exploring, having fun type shit, coming up as a Knight of Wands. It might be something that she's not really wanting to acknowledge. So that even makes me go back to what I felt like might have been an ultimatum that she gave him. Like, if you don't commit, if you don't step up, you don't do this, then, you know, I'm done. But, you know, if you got to give somebody an ultimatum, they really just don't want to do it. So yeah, it's just a little iffy here. Okay, I ain't saying he a bad guy, but it's something about him that's just young. Okay, basically, we have the Hermit. Once again, she's been through a lot. She's had to do a lot by herself too. You see her in white. Okay, so she's very pure, I feel like, in her intentions, and I think this goes back to the marriage too. I think she really wants to get married here. Okay. We have a 3 of Cups here. Some of this could be influence of friends. You know, I did mention that her friend recently got married. So, you know, sometimes when you're in those environments and stuff, you start feeling like, oh, you know, when is it my time? I need to be doing that too. So it could be some of that that's kind of rubbing off on her a bit. You know, it could be people around her influencing her, talking in her ear, like, yeah, girl, when y'all gonna get married? When y'all gonna da-da-da-da? All right, so there is a bit of that going on here. We have the Star here as well. Okay, so, you know, this could be her as the Star here. Just someone that stands out, someone that's so authentic. It's wild that in Cardi's reading too, she came out as a star as well. So look, the girls are showing up. They're shining bright like a motherfucking diamond or a star, you know, whatever. But yes, like, this is something, I think it's something that women in the spotlight have to be a little mindful of too, because they attract a lot of suitors and people that are enamored by their star qualities. But sometimes, you know, that admiration or being enamored, that doesn't really translate into a deep love or a commitment all the time. Okay, there is a difference between someone like admiring you and someone like loving you and committing to you. And I'm not saying he doesn't love her, but I will say that he's coming through very much is still needing to grow a little more with this Knight of Wands energy and the Knight of Swords coming through too. This could be someone that's very impulsive, you know, in their actions and their communication. I don't know. We've got a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius on the table here. And I mentioned a few other signs earlier. So yeah, I mean, to be completely honest, I don't know about this one. You know, and I'm rooting for all the girlies to be in love and to get what they want and to ride off into the sunset, all that shit. But yeah, for this one, I'm thinking Mr. Za'Darius, he definitely has a little more growing to do to, I feel like, become someone that would be like a good husband for her, if that's what she's thinking about. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap it up there, y'all. Yeah, look, underneath the deck, the 5 of Cups, and this might be a little hard for her to have to come to terms with. And she deserves her happiness. I feel like she's gonna get it too. I don't know if it's gonna be with him though. All right, so maybe we'll do another follow-up on this like a month from now or 2. We'll kind of see. But yeah, right now, I'm just not feeling this for like a long-term connection. All right, y'all. So let me know what you think in the comments. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until next time, sending you so much love. Take care. Bye. Hi, my friends. Let's tap in for this celeb tarot reading. We're going to take a look into the Sha'Carri Richardson situation and Christian Coleman. You know, there was a little bit of a domestic dispute at the airport, I think in Seattle or some shit, if I'm not mistaken. But we're going to take a look into that. I think she even released like a formal apology afterwards as well, which I think some people were claiming she was not being genuine. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, well, we're gonna take a look into these cards here, see what comes out. So what's going on with Sha'Carri right now, Spirit? Tap me in. There we go. Okay, Eight of Swords. So she's in her head about not about something, about this situation. All right, just feeling trapped, afraid, maybe afraid of the repercussions of this as well. All right, so she's not really in the best space, I will say that, and I don't really wish that on anybody, but yeah. Also, I don't know if there is like fear of jail time as well. Yeah, she's carrying a heavy burden right now. 10 of Rods. This is a lot for her. She's kind of gone through quite a bit, right? She had the whole weed scandal thing. She's got a lot going on. We got the Three of Swords. It's not looking too good for her. Okay, so we definitely want to send her love. And people make mistakes, and they can learn and grow from it. And we're gonna pray that the young sis, she does just that. But yeah, she's going through it right now. Yeah, it's a situation that's requiring her to be strong, but it's just hard. It just could feel like a lot is just piling up on her. I don't know if they've broken up as well. Both of these cards can represent like a breakup. The 10 of Rods, ending a cycle. 3 of Swords, a painful heartbreak. Yeah, so... we have the Ace of Cups. I do like this. So she could be focusing on healing here. Focusing on self-love, and, just doing the things she needs to do to be a better person. Okay? She could be connecting with God right now, praying, asking for forgiveness and, redemption in the spiritual way as well. We have the Emperor coming through. This could be her partner. This is forgiveness with this Ace of Cups. So yeah, they could be moving past the situation. And I think that he was showing a lot of empathy for her and just kind of some of the stuff that she's been going through. And it's not to make an excuse at all. But like I said, as long as this is like a lesson learned where she can hold herself accountable and commit to doing better, I don't really see, what's wrong with that. Okay, so Christian, he could definitely be coming forward with an open heart, with understanding, with empathy here. Let's pull on him next. Let's actually jump over to Christian's energy, Spirit, see what's going on with him. So how is Christian feeling about this situation? How's Christian feeling about this situation? Let's see. You have the Ace of Swords, okay? So it's something about him maybe seeing the truth, gaining clarity about some things. Let's see. I've got some other cards that flipped over here as well. 9 of Swords. He's a bit stressed out too, okay? Like, this isn't a situation that either one of them really wanted to be in, okay? He could be having a hard time sleeping. Yeah, it just feels pretty rough here. Right, we do have the Page of Wands. I don't know if somebody in this dynamic is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But this also just represents like a very youthful, can be somewhat immature. All right, and I know they're both kind of young. All right, and of course that's not an excuse for anything. But yeah, there's definitely an emphasis of someone being less mature. Now, I mean, we do got the Emperor, so he could be showing up as the Emperor. This could be him dealing with Sha'Carri. There could be some things where she needs to grow up. One thing about the Page of Wands, sometimes they can be a brat, okay? Throwing little temper tantrums and stuff like that. I don't know what her relationship is like with her father, but she could kind of rely on her partner Christian and kind of get some of the fatherly love or whatever that she doesn't have. I don't really know what her whole situation is, what her background is there, but I see where she sees a lot of that fatherly energy in Christian, and she's kind of like the baby. All right. And he could even feel that way. Like he's kind of like takes care of her a lot. That he might be more mature than her in some aspects, but he has like a lot of empathy for her. Let's see. How are these two going to be moving forward, Spirit? How are Sha'Carri and Christian going to be moving forward? How are Sha'Carri and Christian moving forward? The Star. Okay, the Star came up in all three readings, all three different decks. So there's going to be healing here. We have the Eight of Cups. Okay, moving away. He might take some space to himself for a little while. But this could be them both moving on together, moving past the situation. Six of Wands. There's something about him getting like a... Well, this is both of them. There's something about them getting a lot of attention or recognition. Maybe it's in the way they navigate this situation. Like they'll basically rise up from this shit again. Because right now it does seem like they're kind of not in the best of space. But yeah, they'll rise up again. We have the King of Wands here as well. So very strong fire signs coming through in this reading. So, you know, the King of Wands is somebody that feels like really successful. You know, on top of their game. Are they moving on together though? Because I will say it does look like a lot of solo energy. I ain't gonna hold you. They might be kind of choosing to have a little space. Are these two moving on together, Spirit? Give me a clear answer. Are they moving on together? Okay. Yeah. We have the Page of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. Yeah. They definitely will. Even if they take a little space, they will be getting back together here with the Six of Cups. This is the Mercury retrograde effect. I'm telling you, folks. You know, if people break up during a Mercury retrograde, they tend to get back together. Like either during it or after Mercury goes direct. So yeah, they're going to be working things out, getting back together, hitting that sweet spot again in their relationship. So definitely wishing these two the best moving forward. Hopefully we don't have any more incidents like this and we can have more of a, you know, healthy functioning relationship here. So best wishes to the two of these. All right, my love. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this reading here. If you enjoyed this, if you have any suggestions for other readings you want me to do, drop them in the comments. Hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And until next time, my loves, sending you so much love. Take care. Bye.